bring ethics into it. So, for example, our former president Pranab Mukherjee, he said that ethics should be placed at the heart of economy. What is the meaning of it? That ethics, placing ethics at the heart of economy. That means whatever the economic activity we are doing should be ethical as well. Okay, so that kind of statements you should collect. Okay, that you can go for. Okay, अगर आपका UPSC हो जाता है, then you will have this. What is this? Do you know the meaning? शीलम परम भूषणम. What is the meaning? लबसना में लिखा गया है, ठीक है. शीलम परम भूषणम means, शीलम means character. The jewel among jewel is character. Okay. So ethics has application in all your papers. ऐसे से लेके GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, economy, environment, हर जगह. Okay. So we are a social being, isn't it? Man by nature is a political animal. So are we a political animal? So this is a view given by Aristotle. This is a view given by Aristotle. Don't look at it, write it. ठीक है? That he is. Otherwise, you read today, then कल क्या करोगे फिर? Before exam, what you are going to refer? Okay. So no need to write that statement. Understand what it is, then write it. Okay. So Aristotle tells us that we as a collective group of people, we go for we develop a political identity, and through that collectivism we create a what? A shared code of conduct. Okay, that shared code of conduct in Aristotle's view, shared code of conduct in Aristotle's view is ethics. So because कहाँ से हम where do we get to learn the ethics? From the society itself. Okay, isn't it? From the society itself that we learn what? Ethics. And what is society? It is our collective action. So Aristotle is of the view that no, that man by nature is a political animal, and it is inherent in them to go for a group activity, and from this group activity they create what? A shared code of conduct. कि ऐसे बनाएंगे. जैसे the way we created our constitution, what is it exactly? It is a reflection of our collective activity. Okay, so that kind of thing also you can think of, and that is a view given by Aristotle. Then क्या होता है? पहले we are the society. That means the society has created us, no doubt about it. But then when we get little older, हम क्या करते हैं? We question the society, isn't it? That is inherent in us. Then there will be another view that the social values that we uphold or that has been taught to us, being part of a society, the same social values can be challenged by us. And this view will be propagated by who? Socrates. He will say that it is our duty to question the society. Okay, जिसने बनाया उसे ही question कर दो, ठीक है? Why? So that as the society is an evolving entity, just like an organism, the values keep on changing. If you don't question the society, then the values will not change or will not reflect the spirit of the time we are living in. सोचो अगर सती अभी होता, okay, तो क्या होता? It was a social prescription that the women should die in the funeral pyre. Okay, so this is given by who? This person is Socrates. This society के आप part हो, keep questioning it, and it is your duty. So what he is saying here, if you look closely, Aristotle is talking about a collective ethics, or what we can call a community ethics or a societal ethics. Vis-a-vis, Socrates is talking about what? Your individual opinion, isn't it? He is advocating individual opinion, what we call the individual ethics. For example, एक क्वेश्चन ले लो abortion का, right? Abortion, different people, different opinions are there, but as a society, do we allow it or not? We do. Now we do. Okay. say there are countries where prostitution is legal. In India, should we allow it? Should we make it legal? These are the questions, ethical questions, because it is one of the unseen professions. So should we make it legal? Yes, no? Don't know. That's a good answer. What is your opinion about these things? That should prostitution be made legal in India? Regulate तो अब चल रहा है, हो रहा है. Okay, but if you give it legal sanction, what will happen? Then exploitation will be more, not less. This is what is the experience coming from Germany. Okay, they have legalized it and there was a high degree of women exploitation. Kyun? Because there is legal sanction, so now exploitation will start. Okay, so that's why we are not doing it. So as a society, our collective ethics is to ban it. Our parliament will never legalize prostitution, definitely. Okay, so that shows our collective ethics. Your own individual opinion may vary, may not agree with the say collective opinion. Yes. We'll discuss that. We'll go there. No. Don't worry. So, is law and morality is the same thing? That is the next big question. Say our say constitution has created a law. कौन सा law बनाएंगे? Say for example same sex marriage हो गया या other things. Okay. At one point of time, suicide, if you go for suicide and मरोगे अगर नहीं, if you don't die, then you will be put in prison because you violated a law. मरोगे नहीं तो जेल जाओगे. So is this a law that has some kind of moral sanction? नहीं. अच्छा, tell me, say the best example comes from who? Hitler. He come up with a Puritan law, isn't it? They have created this law. They have created a legal sanction to kill the Jews. Okay. That means the law and morality are two separate things. The law may or may not be moral. Okay. ये question भी था, and you have to give this kind of examples. Example देके you have to justify. Okay. So there are two groups we see now as we being part of a society. There is a collective identity. We all are part of, say, Odisha people, Odisha culture. We have a collective identity, but you are an individual as well. So there is a conflict between the collective and the individual. Sometimes there is harmony and there is sometimes conflict. Okay. So the question is, who is subservient? Are we at the mercy of the society, or is society is there to serve our needs? Two kinds of philosophies are there, and there are group of people who visualize this. So आप society के, so how we can say that who is subservient? Society is there for you, or you are there because there is society? Huh? Both. Exactly. Group of individuals. So that conflict is there. Okay. Huh? Which one? Individuals, very good, excellent. So in rural areas, we observe that what? That the society, right? That's why people do so many things, right? That's why they spend in our Indian culture, we go for big fat Indian wedding. Why is that? एक आदमी का पूरा, he will earn say 30 years, बेटी की शादी में खर्चा हो जाएगा, mostly middle class parents, right? Why? कौन कहिबे? What is that कौन कहिबे? So yes, sometimes we are subservient to society, okay, and sometimes we are not. Okay, we use the society. So both of them are there. Animal rights हो गया, same sex marriage हो गया, capital punishment. In our jurisprudence, we allow capital punishment, rarest of the rare crime में. But as an individual, you might have a adverse opinion on that. कि I don't, go for or don't advocate capital punishment. That should be there also. Maybe say out of a society 100 people, 99 people will say कि if somebody has committed some crime, फांसी चढ़ा दो. That is what is called revenge justice or retributive justice. Okay, so that question is also there, the conflict between the individual. So some part of the value we inherit from the society, some part of the value we form individual opinion. Okay, अच्छा, ये जो मोरालिटी है, एथिक्स है, इज इट इन्वेंटेड बाय मैन और गॉड? There are two groups actually. One group says that there is a divine sanction behind ethics. Okay, and another group says that no, it is a creation of man. One group are called the absolutist. Another group is called relativist. Okay, one is absolutist, another is relativist. Acha, let me yes, but don't say that. Okay, we need the society to have a religion अगर नहीं होगा. अच्छा, why people behave in a right, in a proper way? Much of the people behave in a proper way in our society, right? But are we all good? We are becoming good because it gives us happiness, pleasure, ये positive aspect, या is it because of a negative aspect कि जेल में डाल देंगे, punishment and all that? So there is an animal and human both, है ना? That is what is the ethics actually, that angel and the devil on the soldier kind of thing. अच्छा, in Indic religion, who is the guardian of or your accountant of good and evil? Yama is punisher, Chitragupta. He is the accountant. सब हिसाब रख रहा है, right? Good and evil. But that is after your life. When you are alive, who is the guardian of ethics in India in contemporary times? Guardian of ethics in India in contemporary times. Who? Judiciary, yes, Supreme Court. Okay, so now if you see, Supreme Court is doing the role of what? Yama, when you are alive. Okay, and Chitragupta is accountant. Okay, so Supreme Court we can construe it as a guardian of ethics in a democratic India, isn't it? जब भी whenever there is a issue, animal rights का issue हो गया, या जालीकट्टू issue, सालेखाना issue, so many issues are there. Where do people go? For these are all ethical issues, isn't it? These are all ethical issues. Okay. Acha, tell me another example. Say, we know that no, Constitution is a book. It is a ethical book. It's not guardian. That is a guideline. Who will enforce it? That is the guardian, Supreme Court. Okay. Now, say USA was there in Afghanistan, right? But then suddenly they have withdrawn. Why is that? Is there any ethical dimension? ये एक IR question है और आपका syllabus yesterday I gave you कि ethical dimensions in international relationship. They have removed IR, but ये है ethics में ethical dimensions in IR. So is there any ethical dimension in IR? In IR questions we don't write about these things, but it is there also. Okay, ethical dimension in IR. So why USA withdrew from Afghanistan? Is there any ethical dimension? We know the geopolitical dimension, economic dimension वो पता है. Ethical dimension है क्या कुछ में? Anything? Because the USA people, when there was a polling and all, much of the people didn't want the USA soldiers to be there in Afghanistan anymore. They never wanted to fight others' war anymore. That means what? The collective will of the people or the collective morality of the people was against this particular action of the political elites. That's why they had to withdraw, right? So that ethical aspect is also there. So whenever you are writing your answer, if you can bring a ethical dimension, your answer will be much richer. Okay, ज़्यादा नहीं, 1-2 सेंटेंस, फिर philosophical मत हो जाना, 1-2 सेंटेंस. Okay.